this wonderful privilege of being able to read here. So I thought I'll read two poems tonight, which are both written in relation to this cemetery, Kensal Cemetery. The first is a tribute to Freddie Mercury, who was cremated here, as we all know. It's called Freddie's Dilemma. Pissed, hammered, wasted, trashed, smashed, lashed, shit-faced, plastered, rat-assed, and quite simply fucked. What would Freddie say when our nation has collected more words for someone under the influence of alcohol than to describe someone quite simply in love? Crazy little thing called love, or finding love today, somebody to love. The impossibility with the 100,000 or more choices and voices on dating apps that saps your brain. It is much of a drain on the mobile battery, having Tinder, Grindr, all in a blender. Nothing human, a little vague, this is plastic romance, yet we take a chance. Call it self-indulgence, selfie sticks is a kind of magic, and no time for offies. It's all dark face and size 0 is the fashion craze. Don't stop me now. Welcome to my generation. We want to break free. We are fast as Mercury. So the second poem is called Offshore, and this is about Rabindranath Tagore, who is the grandfather of Rabindranath Tagore, the Nobel Prize-winning poet, a world poet from Bengal. His grandfather came here in 1842, and he's buried just down there. I even found the grave. He was an incredibly wealthy man, and he did very well in terms of trading with Britain. Founded the first bank in India, had a wonderful sort of way of looking at life. And when he came to Britain on a steamer with his entourage, he was received by the then Prime Minister. He met Queen Victoria for dinner. So even though he was an immigrant settling in here, I don't think he saw himself as an immigrant. And he kept notes, he was writing notes, and he kept diaries, which Rabindranath, when he grew up, burnt all of them, so we don't know what was written there. But we do know that he, as a landlord back in India, he was quite brutal. He would be a brutal tax collector, and he would drive out peasants if they couldn't pay their taxes. So with all the things that are being disturbing, I think many of you, all of you tonight, things happening in Charlottesville, this sort of supremacy. Something else that also disturbed me when the Brexit thing happened last year was when I saw a lot of immigrants who came to this country maybe 2 or 3 generations ago, made a good life for themselves, couldn't accept the fact that they would want more immigrants coming in. So the whole supremacy is not just related to the whites, it can be within brown, blacks, whatever. So this poem kind of brings in a lot of things, and I'll just read a quote from a journal that Queen Victoria wrote on 8th of July 1842. The Brahmin speaks English remarkably well and is a very intelligent, interesting man. So this was found in Queen Victoria's diary. Obviously, she got on with him, and she sent him the state funerals with tall chariots, and he was buried with full honors. But India has now kind of forgotten this grave here. No one really talks about it. So I'm always sort of wondering why. So anyway, this is my take on Rabindranath and what's going on. And there's a line I would like you to participate with me if you can. It would be lovely. So I'll read the line out, and I'll ask you to sort of repeat a word back to me. So the line goes like this: I like my refugees like my money, and if you all could say offshore. So let's go practice. I like my money. I like my refugees like my money. Offshore. Great. When I came to Britain, it was 1842. I wanted recognition, for I had worked hard. I came to London with a grand entourage. In my pocket, I had Robert Peel, the PM, and Victoria the Queen. Carr, Tagore and Company, the first trading entity. I paid HM revenue, my due. I had worked hard. When I died in Britain, it was 1846. I was buried with royal chariots, the privilege of Kensal Cemetery. I suppose I was an immigrant. But not like the lazy immigrants, those work-shy, good-for-nothing newcomers with a 13-children family, walking into Social Security office, waltzing out, plundering the public purse. It's a problem. You see, Britain has opened its doors to drones of angry men who wish to blow up our country. The newspapers called them refugees. So, I like my refugees like my money. Oh, sure. Young poets, fellow dreamers, let me crack a few things at the Dissenters' Chapel tonight. Definitions: the unemployed, the unemployable, disabled, the undesirable, the working class single mothers, or even the scroungers, the dodgers, the chavs, the chisellers, the cheapskates, the cheats. And what they make them, you have the refugees. that disrupt the very fabric of our English society. You ought to be members only. I like my refugees, like my money.
Sure.
I want to breathe down Piccadilly and feel like it's my country. Everyone speaks with RP. Everyone sipped high tea. And not a nation lost to foreigners. They scare your great-grandmother and me. And so, I like my refugees, like my money.